Hello. Today I am going to be demonstrating the installation of Woodsound levers onto my Grand Harpsicle. They have 4 different sized levers and I'm going to show you each of them before I begin. Here is their largest one. It has 2 pins. It has a very similar mechanism to that of Salvi's current levers. They also have a lever for the lower mid-registry that is also 2 pins. They have one for the mid to high region, which is my favorite type of lever. This little nylon groove here can be adjusted side to side. And then they have one for the very high notes at the very top. Something else that I think is worth noting is that you can adjust the depth of the second pin on the 2 largest size levers. It creates a lot more adjustability. The tools we need to install levers. First of all, we need a tuner. That way we can see whether or not the note is in tune before we install the lever, as well as to make sure it's accurate after the lever is installed. We need a hand drill, a tuning wrench, and a screwdriver. It also helps to have an awl. That way we can mark where the lever is going to go. First step is to make sure all the notes are in tune. So now all the notes are in tune. I'll start by showing the height of the string first of all. So each string I have roughly between 10 to 12 millimeters off of the neck. I have used the type that only have a single pin all throughout the harp thus far. I like these ones specifically because this nylon groove pin here can be shifted either direction, so it allows for a little bit of inaccuracy with installation. That way it can be corrected much easier instead of having to re-drill holes and relocate the lever. This nylon groove pin can be slid from one side to the other. So I start by lining up the lever with the string, making sure it's all in line. And then I make a marking with the awl. So then I drill a hole, making sure not to go too deep. Followed by that, I grab a screw, plus my handy screwdriver. I find it good to have pressure against the screw while inserting it. I only use a single screw. I think one screw is enough to hold these in place, assuming that they don't get knocked with lots of force. Right now it's slightly sharp. The other tool that you need is a hex driver, a hex socket to raise or lower the bridge pins. Looks like it's closer. Let's tune the note up to pitch. And there you go, right on the money. I've got a pretty good eye as far as finding where the levers are supposed to go. But if in doubt, have a lever already activated, have downward force onto the string, and then you find the correct position. If the note is sharp, that means that the lever has to come up towards the bridge pin, or the bridge pin has to come down towards the neck. Or if it is flat, that means that the lever then needs to slide down lower, or the bridge pin has to be raised. So I'll line this up based on the groove. There used to be levers on this harp before, and I didn't like the levers. I loved the harp, just not the levers. I like these levers as they go on so quickly and so easily. The pitch of a string is determined by a few different factors. First of all, you have the length of the string, you have the tension, you have the thickness, as well as the composition of the string, what the string density is, what it's made out of. So in order to change the note, you're not really going to be able to change the thickness of the string while you're playing, and you're not going to be able to change the material that it's made out of. So you're changing the other two factors, the length of the string as well as the tension of the string. In theory, you can just shorten a string to get the semitone. Whenever you shorten a string using a lever, it also changes the tension ever so slightly. Normally with a guitar, you figure out the distance between each fret by dividing the scale length by 17.817. However, this will not work because we are also changing the tension ever so slightly when we activate the lever. I have now finished installing these levers onto this Grand Harpsicle. I've had this harp now for over 8 years and have played countless gigs with it, as well as I've gone busking with it many times. Unfortunately though, it got to the point where the levers just kept buzzing too much. I had taken them off, I had tightened them, but they just kept buzzing. And it got to the point where all the screws were getting threaded, so I thought it's time to just upgrade the levers. That being said, I absolutely love Harpsicle harps, both the company and the product. The company have some of the nicest people out there. Their customer service is second to none. Their harps are great. It allows people to have harps that wouldn't normally be able to afford harps, and they're good, solid instruments. This harp even fell off 2 consecutive stages, and the only thing that happened to it was this brooch fell off, which wasn't originally on there anyway, so They are robust little harps. The only thing I think that lets them down are the levers. It might be due to being in Australia and it being quite a warm climate, therefore they loosen. Anyway, I'm going to play a song of mine. I'm going to do the same song with all the levers down and all the levers up, so you can hear how it sounds. It's ever so slightly out of tune, but you can hear that there weren't any buzzers at any point. Now I'm going to put all the levers up, going from C minor to C sharp minor, and we'll see how accurate the intonation is. I haven't done any adjustments since installing these levers, and we'll see if there are any buzzers. It's important to check for buzzers when the levers are both up and down. I can't hear any buzzers at all on this harp. I'm really happy with these levers from Woodsounds in Pakistan. Not all Pakistani levers are bad. I think that these Woodsound levers are actually very good. They're easy to tighten on the event that they loosen, as levers do loosen over time. They are easy to install due to the nylon groove pin, so it can be adjusted side to side. And they have a very clear tone coming off of it. Clear tone. I'm happy with these levers. I think it is worth considering these levers to be installed on any entry to medium level harp. They are nice and easy to install, and they sound good. Thank you guys for watching.